Good morning and welcome to Rideau Carleton Raceway. It's Saturday, March 22nd, and we have 3 qualifiers coming up this morning. There are several changes in the qualifiers. We've got a temperature of 2 degrees right now. And in the first qualifier, there is a driver change on the 1. Rhonda Dulac changed the driver from Michel Legacy to Daniel Saint-Pierre. Daniel Saint-Pierre driving 1, Rhonda Dulac in the first of the 3 qualifiers. In the second qualifier, scratch the 2, D.A. Alexander, the 3, Saturday, and 4, The Magic of Life. The 5, Only for Justice, changed the driver from Marie-Claude Auger to Stéphane Pouliot. And in the third and final qualifier, there's a driver change on the 1, Income Approach, from Guy Gagnon to Jason Gilchrist. That's on the 1, Income Approach in the third. And scratch the 3, Mick Wicked Time. Those are the only changes at the moment. Thanks for joining us. As we await the Pacers to come on track for the first of the 3 qualifiers, just an important reminder to pass along. Live racing returns here at Rideau Carleton on Sunday, March 23rd at 6:30 p.m. And for those playing on Horseplayer Interactive across Canada, take note that there is an opening night 3% cash back rebate that you can sign up for. That's on HPI Bet, Horseplayer Interactive. A rebate for the online players for opening night, tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. here at Rideau Carleton. The AGCO judges have confirmed that the track condition today is good, and the variant is to be determined. The Pacers are approaching from the backstretch for the first qualifier. We are not doing formal post parades, but I will introduce who's in each qualifier. The one is Ronde du Lac. She's owned by trainer Michel Legasse, and there is a driver change on Ronde du Lac, make the driver Daniel St. Pierre. The 2 is On the Road to Texas, who qualifies without Lasix for owner, trainer, driver Jason Gilchrist. The 3, Big Pete Style, also qualifying without Lasix for owner Rachel Burns, trainer Mike Armstrong. Ryan Guy drives. The 4 is State News, owned by Robin Lawler, trained by Raymond Crick, driven by Matt Harvey. The 5 is Hella's Rocket, owned by Alexis Zielke, trained and driven by Sebastian Turenne. The 6, Day Delight, will qualify without Lasix for owner Triple S Equine, trainer Vic Putty, and driver William Waugh. And the 7 is Sobel Amber, owned, trained, and driven by Michel Legasse. That's the field of 7 pacers for the first of today's 3 qualifiers at Rideau Carleton. Victor Putty, the trainer of the 6, Day Delight, in the first qualifier, recently achieved a career milestone when his trainees went over the $20 million mark on Thursday, March 20th at Woodbine Mohawk Park. That was courtesy of a show finish by Sadie's Delight. Congratulations to Vic Putty of Mountain, Ontario, a career winner of over 2,600 races, and now having reached the $20 million training earnings mark. A strong group of pacers about to go behind the gate for the first qualifier of the morning at Rideau Carleton. The starter has called the pacers. 1 is Ronde du Lac for Daniel St. Pierre. 2, On the Road to Texas, Jason Gilchrist. 3, Big Pete Style, Ryan Guy. 4, State News, Matt Harvey. 5, Hella's Rocket, Sebastian Turenne. 6, Day Delight, William Waugh. And the 7 is Sobel Amber for Michel Legasse. They're gradually lining up now. The gate is reaching the turn. Ronde du Lac and Hella's Rocket, a few lengths behind the rest, but catching up nicely. They're on the backstretch, lined up for the start. They're off and pacing and leaving from the outside. Day Delight and William Waugh seeking the front and shadowed quickly by Sobel Amber and Michel Legasse, putting her into action. Following from third on the inside, On the Road to Texas. Caught wide and now retreating to settle fourth behind the others. That's Big Pete Style. Then it's a gap of about 3 lengths back to Ronde du Lac. She is followed by State News, and at the the back of this pack, it's Hella's Rocket, a 28-2 opening quarter. Day Delight showing the way by about a length and a quarter ahead of Sobble Amber, content with the pocket for now and tightening up. A close third on the road to Texas. It's a gap of about 4 lengths back to fourth place. Big Pete Style as they approach the half, and a widening gap back to fifth, where you will find the 1, and we went by the half in 59-1 with a leadership change. That is Sobble Amber, who took over, and now she is challenged and overtaken by On the Road to Texas. A lot of action up front here, and the leader at the moment On the Road to Texas, and Jason Gilchrist quickly opening up by 3. First over into second is Big Pete Style, sitting third on the inside, Sobble Amber, then second over in fourth and making another bid, Day Delight, following him on the inside, fifth, State News, making a run of it from the back of the field, third over, Hella's Rocket, and shuffled to the back of the pack, coming for home as they pass 3/4 in 1:29-1. That is Hella's Rocket, leading the way by a huge lead here. It's going to be On the Road to Texas over Big Pete Style. Getting up for show might have been Day Delight, 1:59-1. Apologies, I muted the mic with a bit of a cough, just as there was some action up front, including interference and a break approaching the half. So we'll go through that now. Here's our race 1 qualifier rundown. The 1, Rhonda Dulac, was 6. The 2, On the Road to Texas, the winner, she's a 7-year-old bay mare by 6 days on the road out of Blue Star, Texas, owned by trainer-driver Jason Gilchrist. The 3, Big Pete Style, finished second for Ryan Guy. The 4, State News, was 5th. The 5, Hella's Rocket, was 7th. 6, Day Delight made a break near the half. and finished fourth and will need to qualify again due to having 60 days since his previous start. And the 7 Sauble Amber finished third for Michel Lagacé. From the top down, your program page should read 6-1-2-5-7-4-3. There was interference against the 2 and 7 as the 6 Day Delight broke near the half and now will have to qualify again. The fractions were 28 and 2 to the quarter, 59 and 1 at the half, 129 and 1 at 3/4, 159 and 1 for On the Road to Texas in our first qualifier. The second qualifier coming up is On the Trot with a field scratched down to just 2 trotters. Scratched the 2 D.A. Alexander, the 3 Saturday, and 4 The Magic of Life. That leaves just the 1 Wildfire Blue Chip, owned by Dunja Lavrenovic, trained and driven by Phil Reed, and the 5 Only for Justice, owned by trainer Jessica Turenne, along with Yannick Marquis and Jean Allaire. Note the change of driver on 5 Only for Justice from Marie-Claude Auger to Stéphane Pouliot. Both of the trotters are on track for the second qualifier. The 1 Wildfire Blue Chip was a $3,000 Harrisburg yearling in 2023 by 6-pack out of Donato Hanover mare Tamgo Donato. He started his season in 2024 with a couple of promising results. He was second in his first ever qualifier. That was at Rideau Carleton last July 7th. And then July 18th was his first ever start. And he finished second there as well. So he's shown some promise. He's coming in now after most recently on February 12th, qualifying at Monticello Raceway. He did make a break in that mile, but finished second by a nose for driver Ron Cushing. In January, in fact, Wildfire Blue Chip was at the Meadowlands for a couple of races. Unfortunately, some breaks there, so hoping to remedy that with a good, clean qualifier today against Only for Justice, a three-time winner last season. Most recently racing November 28th at Rideau Carleton, finishing second by 3.5 lengths for Marie-Claude Auger behind Southwind Russian. The starter has called the trotters for the second qualifier. Scratched down to only 2. The 1, Wildfire Blue Chip for Phil Reed, and the 5, Only for Justice for catch driver Stéphane Pouliot. Wildfire Blue Chip and Only for Justice, both about 3 or 4 lengths behind the gate. They're on the turn and catching up as they head onto the backstretch for the start of our second qualifier. They're picking up speed with Only for Justice now alongside Wildfire Blue Chip, and they're off and trotting. That is Only for Justice with his red hood moving ahead on the outside by half a length and yet to clear for catch driver Stéphane Pouliot. He's gotten there now, and that puts Wildfire Blue Chip right behind him closely for Phil Reed. They are staying very close on the first turn and headed towards the opening quarter with a first over bid emerging already by Wildfire Blue Chip. 30-2, the clocking as they went past that point. They're headed past the grandstand now, and up front, leading the way, Only for Justice. Keeps about 2 lengths ahead of Wildfire Blue Chip, who looks to tighten up again and possibly relaunch another first over bid in this 2-horse match race qualifier. They approach the half now with Only for Justice going strong on the front end and getting there in a leisurely 101-3, a 31-1 second panel. He's leading now by about 5 lengths over Wildfire Blue Chip, who follows him close as he can and staying flat, looking good. It's Only for Justice going well on the front end and headed to 3/4 without a serious rivalry emerging. 1:30-3. He's turned that into about a 9-length and widening margin now as he turns for home. Only for Justice He is followed by Wildfire Blue Chip doing his best, but not quite enough to keep up here. Only for justice, only for fun. Coming down to the wire against the clock for Stefan Pouliot. That's only for justice, going to prevail easily. And that's Wildfire Blue Chip finishing second in this 2 minutes and 3/5 qualifier. And we have the rundown for the second qualifier. 1, Wildfire Blue Chip was second for Phil Reed. 2, D.A. Alexander scratched. 3, Saturday scratched. 4, The Magic of Life scratched. And the winner of the qualifier was 5, Only for Justice. A 9-year-old Bay Gelding by Justice Hall out of Intense America by Taurus Dream, owned by trainer Jessica Turenne, Yannick Marquis, and Jean Allaire, and catch driven today by Stefan Pouliot, Only for Justice. Your program sheet should read 2, scratch, 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 1. Both trotters qualify. The AJCO judges have let me know that there's a 1-second variant over this good racing surface today. The fractions were 30 and 2 to the quarter, 101 and 3 at the half, 130 and 3 at 3/4, 2 minutes and 3/5, the winning mile for Only for Justice. Only one more qualifier to go this morning. Thanks to you joining us online. We have a few viewers at the track as well. You're always welcome to watch our qualifiers trackside. And we especially want to invite you to join us live if you're in the Ottawa area or nearby for our opening night card. That's tomorrow evening, 6:30 p.m. If you're local, you may also want to check out Tammy Forgey's On Track free-to-play handicapping contest, a year-round enterprise here in the Simulcast Lounge trackside, Saturday evenings. The jackpot is building up again. It got up to $2,300 last time before it was hit, so it's building again now, and you can play on track only Saturday evenings. And the Pacers are on track for our third and final qualifier of the morning. The one is Income Approach, owned by Rachel McDonald, trained by Mandy Archer, and note the driver change from Guy Gagnon to Jason Gilchrist. The two is Tia, owned by Alexis Zielke, trained and driven by Sebastian Turan. 3, McWicked Time is scratched. 4 is Lady Smith, who will qualify without Lasix for owner-trainer-driver Michel Legasse. 5, Vines to Heaven is owned by Rachel Burns, trained by Mike Armstrong, driven by Ryan Guy. 6 is Sea Laird, owned by trainer Vic Putty and driven by William Waugh. And on the outside, it's the 7, Monterey Jackie, owned, trained, and driven by Steve Germain. A field scratch down to 6 for qualifier number 3. Tomorrow night's Rideau Carleton season opener is a really nice looking 10-race card. And race 10 is our preferred handicap pace with a stacked field, some of them class climbers, some of them familiar faces coming back. And our 2024 Horse of the Year, the Lightspeed, has assigned post 8 for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. Be sure to join in on HPI or your ADW service, or best of all, visit the track, 6:30 p.m. post time tomorrow night. The starter has called the Pacers for qualifier number 3. They're gradually assembling behind the gate. The 1 is Income Approach for Jason Gilchrist. 2 is Tia for Sebastian Turan. 3, McWicked Time was scratched. 4 is Lady Smith for Michel Legasse. 5, Vines to Heaven, Ryan Guy driving. And the two with their noses already on the gate are the 6 Sea Laird for William Waugh, and on the outside, Monterey Jackie, Steve Germain. It's a staggered start approaching. Income Approach needs to catch up. Tia also gradually finding her way. Lady Smith a little behind the rest. They're all getting in position on the backstretch, though, for the start of our third qualifier. They're off and pacing and leaving like a team. Lady Smith and Tia going to battle it out. That's Lady Smith reaching ahead, and now Tia sits second. First over on the outside there in third is Sea Laird advancing. He's going to take back and sit on the inside now, and then it's about a length back to fourth. Monterey Jackie coming on to land her space along the pylons. Following at the back, that's Vines to Heaven, and a first over move from Income Approach as they head past the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. The confidently handled leader is Lady Smith, out there by about a length and a quarter for Michelle Legasse ahead of Tia. Following third is Sea Laird. Here's the first over move into fourth by Jason Gilchrist, and Income Approach on his inside. Back in fifth, Monterey Jackie is sitting content for the moment, just ahead of Vines to Heaven. 101 and 1 to the half, a 31 and 1 second panel, and it was a leadership change as well, as Income Approach has made front and quickly opened up by 4 lengths over next closest Lady Smith. On the outside, advancing into third, that is Sea Laird making another move to his inside. Fourth sits Tia. Second over now, and moving well in fifth, Monterey Jackie, and at the back of the field, Vines to Heaven. 1:30 and 2 past 3/4, and the lead of Income Approach has dwindled. Here comes another move from Lady Smith as they set up for a stretch battle. That's Income Approach. Lady Smith not doing enough. Up the inside, Tia charging late. Widest of all, Monterey Jackie coming on, but it's going to be a good 3-length win by Income Approach over Monterey Jackie and Tia, 2 minutes and 4/5. We have our third qualifier rundown now. The winner was the 1 Income Approach, a 3-year-old bay gelding by State Treasurer out of the Big Jim mare, Bold Amaretto, owned by Rachel McDonald of Trenton, Nova Scotia, trained by Mandy Archer, and catch driven by Jason Gilchrist. 2, Tia finished third for Sebastian Turenne. 3, McWicked Time was scratched. 4, Lady Smith finished fourth. 5, Vines to Heaven was sixth. 6, Sea Laird finished fifth. And 7, Monterey Jackie closed for second for driver Steve Germain. Your program page should read from the top down: 1-3, scratch 4, 6-5, 2. The fractions were 30 seconds to the opening quarter, 101 and 1 at the half, 130 and 2 at 3/4, 2 minutes and 4/5. The winning mile for the 3-year-old Income Approach, a 4-time winner last season and up at Rideau Carleton from the Maritimes. Thanks to everyone who tuned in or watched live at the track today. That concludes our 3 qualifiers, and hope to see you tomorrow night for our season opener card of the 2025 meet here at Rideau Carleton Raceway. 6:30 p.m. post time. Enjoy your weekend. I'm Melissa Keith, track announcer.